Yesterday I did my very first cross solo. That was awesome. That was a ton of fun. First cross country solo, went from Caddo to Durant, Oklahoma, back to Caddo. Just a beautiful day. It was awesome. Today, the plan is to go from Caddo Mills to Mount Pleasant, Texas, Mount Pleasant to Tyler, Texas, Tyler back to Caddo Mills. Supposed to be a pretty nice day. I mean, again, it's been like all week. Finally, there's just been not a cloud in the sky, mostly calm winds. I mean, it's just been beautiful. The weather's pretty nice. It's not so hot anymore. That's awesome. I might need to do maybe one more cross country to fulfill all of my solo requirements, and then beyond that it's just going to be some nighttime instruction, which we might be able to get that filled up in like maybe 2 things. So it's Saturday. If the weather holds out this next week, by the end of next week I should have all of the hours and kinds of hours that I need to be able to get my private pilot's license. And then it's just about getting the check ride in, studying for that. And so, you know, that's going to be kind of a little bit of a bummer, I think, for me, but I'll still be able to go, you know, continue to get hours. I just won't have my private pilot's license because, you know, those guys don't just come out the next day and give you the test. You got to get on their schedule, and then you got to make sure that the weather's going to be good for that day. It's kind of throwing the dice and seeing how it works out. So obviously we'll be checking in on that, but that's what we're at today. So let's get it. We have done our checklist exterior. We're doing the final walk around. We got gas, made sure the oil is good. Now I'm just doing a final exterior walk around to make sure I didn't leave the tow bar on. I got the pitot covers, the gas. I'm out of breath because you got to tow this thing, and this is kind of heavy. It's not strongman stuff, but you know. Let me just check these nav. Those are nav antennas. Everything looks good. Just making sure I didn't leave any covers on, no doors open, tow bar not on it, gas caps are on. Good to go. Brakes. Master on. Beacon is on. Fuel pump is on. Get our keys. Clear prop. So we started the dang plane. It has started and it is still running, so that's good. Check the fuel pressure. Well, I know they're using 1.8 out there, and I can see the windsock is kind of like it was yesterday, a little bit of a right crosswind. Caddo Mills traffic, Cherokee 6626 Juliet, back taxi 13 to runway 18, Caddo Mills. I don't see no traffic. That's good. That's good news for us. We can go ahead and go on out. And we're going to do our run-up on 13. Caddo Mills 26 Juliet, holding short of runway 18 for a run-up. Caddo Mills. Okay, we are ready for takeoff. We've got flaps how we want them. The fuel pump is on. Fuel pressure is good. Okay. Fuel pump on, mixture, full rich, carb heat off. We don't need pitot heat. We are squawking 1200. Don't have a heading bug. Doors and windows, we're gonna shut that right quick. We're all good here. Closed. Landing light on. We're gonna put our position lights on as well. We are ready for takeoff. Check the traffic. Dump plate has landed. Caddo Mills traffic. 6626 Juliet, departing runway 18, Caddo Mills. Alright, before we take the runway, we just check visually to see is anybody landing that doesn't have a radio and no ADSB out. We're good, so we can go ahead and take the runway. I see nobody, and nobody's on the runway, so we're good to go. Okay, everything's still green, engine is working, brakes are working, these brakes are off, we can go. Everything is green, 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 we have airspeed alive, and we are at rotation speed. We are at VY, which is our best rate of climb, 85 miles an hour. Alright, we're going to wait until we get to about 1,000 and we can turn out. Everything sounds good. I'm going to turn my noise canceling on. Caddo Mills traffic, 6626 Juliet, departing to the east, Caddo Mills. Leave at a 45 here, like we were taught. And we're going to establish our cruise climb. And then when we get to pattern altitude, we can go ahead and depart to the east. And we're going to be at 85-ish. Alright, now big question is, are we going to be in their airspace? Yes, we are. We are going to be in their airspace. And again, let me just make sure my heading's correct here. Yep. Magnetic compass, heading 87. That's right. Yeah, about 87. Okay, so we're about 8 miles. Let's go ahead and change. See what's up. Tower, Cherokee 6626 Juliet is 8 miles to the southwest, transitioning through west to east, currently at 2,300, climbing to 5,500. Did I get Major's Tower? 11865. Margin foot north. We'll make sure we're clear of all traffic before we head out. We're about 2,500, so we should be above everyone. Majors traffic, Skylane November 3, Quebec Zulu is turning on a 5-mile final. Majors traffic 26 Juliet, about 5 miles southwest, transitioning west to east at 3,000, climbing to 5,500. Okay, so the deal is that I don't think they work on the weekends. And so I was expecting to hear the tower, talk to the tower, but clearly everyone's on CTAF. That's Majors right down there. You can see they got a tower and all that jazz. Big long runway. That's where we're gonna go do some touch and goes today. We'll see, we're about to transition over right now. Crossing over Majors. That is one of our waypoints. That's our first waypoint. 5,400. We are almost to our cruising altitude, which will be here in just a second. And so I would say 10:25, we have reached our top of climb. All right, now we can level out. We can reduce our power. We can go fuel pump off, point that nose down, there we go, and we can lean our mixture. Okay, we're still at Lake Tawakoni, we're still climbing, trimmed down just a bit, a little hazy out today, but we can see. And we're running at about 9.5 gallons per minute, or hour, I mean. Alright, now what we're looking for is the northwest of Lake Fork, which we are not there yet because that's still Lake Tawakoni. And I guess we could have used that as one, but we don't really need to because I can see Lake Fork. I'm on the right heading, so that's basically my next waypoint.
miles to the west, inbound, crossing over midfield for teardrop into the left, downwind 17. My pleasure. Yep, that's right. That's what we're doing. And I think I'm heading straight at it. Okay, so we're gonna get our pre-landing is we're gonna need brakes, our landing light on, autopilot off, we got our seat belts, mixture is gonna be best power, carb heat as required, we're gonna turn our fuel pump on. I'm at 2,200. I think that's it right there. It's gotta be. About right here. Let's go ahead and return our mixture and let's level off. Mount Pleasant traffic, 26 Juliet, crossing over midfield into a teardrop to the left, downwind 17, Mount Pleasant. Wind 270 at 4. Visibility 10 clear. Below 12,000. Temperature 30 Celsius. Dew point 22. Altimeter 3009er. Yeah, so the wind keeps kind of shifting back and forth from like 240 to 270, but it's pretty calm, so I don't know. I guess it just doesn't really matter. Here we are. Airfield's right under me right now, so we're gonna go 2 miles, and then we're gonna right teardrop in to the left downwind of 17, and this is gonna be our first destination of the day on our second solo cross country, which is, dude, this is what flying is like all about. It's so freaking sweet. We're at about a mile right now. I'd say we're gonna go right over this little forest over here and kind of turn back in. We're gonna come down to pattern altitude, which is 1,400. Just doing a standard rate turn. Into a 45 angle right into the downwind of runway 17. Executed very nicely. Alright, we're passing 1,500. We're going to level off here in just a second. Start to level off. Mount Pleasant traffic, 26 Juliet, entering into the left downwind for runway 17, Mount Pleasant. Alright, we're going to get set up for landing here. So we got a right crosswind back that way. I don't know, the suck's kind of all over the place, so. Alright, we're at the thousands. We can go ahead and reduce our power. Put in our first notch of flaps. Get ready for landing. We wait until we see the runway at a 45. Getting pretty close to that. I think we're gonna turn right over this little pond right here probably. Head and start turning. Mount Pleasant traffic, 26 Juliet, left base 17, Mount Pleasant. Second notch of flaps in. Airspeed is good. We're at 90 miles an hour. we can go ahead and start turning to final right about now. Right about now. And they got the PAPI system out here, so it's showing that we're a little high. So we can go ahead and put in our last notch of flaps, anticipating that right crosswind. And airspeed's good. We're going to use our throttle to maintain altitude. We're at 80 miles an hour. Doing a good descent in here. Get off some of that airspeed just a little bit. Aiming at the numbers. Good, ballooning a little bit. Okay, a little bit of a landing there, not bad. We're going to take the taxiway right here. Mount Pleasant traffic, 26 Juliet, clear of runway 17 at Charlie. Mount Pleasant, 26 Juliet, taxi via Alpha, back to runway 17. Mount Pleasant. Okay, time check is 11:05. Okay, now we're going to go to Tyler, Texas. Alright, so we're just going to use this run-up area over here for a second.
Mount Pleasant Regional Airport, automatic weather observation. 1607 Zulu. Weather, wind, calm, visibility, 10, clear. Below, 12,000, temperature, 30, Celsius, dew point, 22, altimeter, 3009er.
Okay, so we're on the CTAF, we're on 1227. Our first check is going to be Ferndale Lake. I'm ready to go. We'll note the time. Let's change our tanks, actually, before we get out here. Let's change over to the left. We're going to stop that, start that. Check our fuel pressure. Fuel pressure's still good. Everything is still good. Keep losing my pen. Only got 3. Alright, it's 11:09. Starting 11:09. Go. Mount Pleasant traffic, Cherokee 6626 Juliet, departing runway 17. Mount Pleasant. I see no traffic. We're good to line up and go. Everything's green. We already have airspeed. There's still a crosswind. I think those trees are blocking it. Oh, we got a bird. Not coordinated. I think that's the issue here. 205 heading, and we are climbing to 4,400. Oil pressure's good. Oil temperature's good. Fuel pressure's good. We're on the left tank. We're at 1,500.
Gas station answers 10 to the south, cross the midfield west east, midfield left down 113, full stop lane.
first checkpoint is going to be Ferndale Lake to the west of us. I don't see it yet. We're good for now. Climbing. We are climbing through 2,500 at 95 miles an hour. Over I-20 right now, and it is 11:37. Tyler Tower, 26 Juliet, 5 miles north, request landing, runway 22, taxi back. 26 Juliet, roger, for runway 22, clear to land. Runway 22, clear to land, 26 Juliet. Okie doke. We can already see the Pappies, we're high. We're at 2,000, crossing 2,300, inbound for runway 22. Alright, we're about 4 miles out right now. We are straight in. We're on glide slope, I can tell from the Pappies. I should have told them I was a student pilot, but I did not. Okay, we can go ahead and start getting into landing configuration, get off that airspeed, trim up a little bit, and then Romeo Golf, we're good to switch over to parking. 69 Romeo Golf, previously called traffic, no factory contact, modifier traffic, it's fine. Total lobby for 9 Romeo Golf, please. 757, traffic, no factory, frequency change approved, have a good flight. Thank you very much for all your help. Have a good day. Juliet, runway 22, taxi via Foxtrot, cross 13 Foxtrot. Clear to call, 713, 26 Juliet? That sounded like a question, but that is affirmative, sir, cross 13 Foxtrot. Okay, thank you. Forgot to mention 26 Juliet, student pilot on a solo cross country. Congratulations. Thank you very much. Very cool. Bunch of cool planes out here. Sweet helicopter too. Okay, forgot to say when I landed, which was probably about 3 minutes ago. 11:44. Altimeter 3010, expect visual approach, runway 22 and you. Advise on initial contact, you have information here. Still Sierra. Tyler Tower, Cherokee 6626 Juliet, holding short of runway 22 at Foxtrot, requesting departure on runway 22 for departure to the north with information Sierra. Hold short runway 22, traffic short front. 6626 Juliet. Sir, understand you're doing your student solo. When I give you hold short instructions, I need you to read them back. Apologies, holding short runway 22, 26 Juliet. Thank you, sir. Oops. Sometimes you're not supposed to read stuff back, and I'm still a little clear on it. See, it's a little intimidating. I messed it up, but look at how nice he was to just correct me and said thank you very much. So that was awesome. Okay, so we wait for them to tell us when we can go. Clear for takeoff, and then we read that back 100. Number 26 Juliet, runway 22, clear for takeoff. Wind call, proceed on course. Clear for takeoff, runway 22, 26 Juliet, thank you. Okay, we're clear for takeoff. It is 11:51. And he he said cleared for takeoff, so we can just giddy on up. And looks like we got a little bit of a right crosswind. Everything's in the green. Airspeed is alive. And rotate. My attitude indicators all jacked up. Bye-bye, Tyler. That's what's kind of cool. I can actually follow this power line actually goes straight back to Caddo pretty much. It's a really nice visual. They aren't my checkpoints, but I could just follow that the whole way.
Okay, that was sweet. Just got back to Caddo Mills Airport. Just shutting down, writing my times down and stuff. Let's see. We left today at 10:15 and it's now 12:37. So that was what, 2 hours and 15 minutes about from full time. So pretty nice day today. Made one mistake, I think. One mistake that I made today was, well, two, I guess, if you want to think about it. The first mistake was I didn't realize that the Majors airspace, Class Delta airspace that I was going through was like nobody in the tower today. So the second mistake I made was when I was holding short at Tyler Pounds. They told me to hold short and I did not repeat back that I understood their instructions, which was hold short. I should have repeated back. He reprimanded me over the radio, but very nicely. Those are really the only two mistakes. Now here I am, just gonna pack up for the day. Second cross country in the books. Goldfinch out. Okay, the best part about after flying out here in Caddo is I get to meet up with my wife and get some barbecue sandwiches from Busey's. Look at how quickly the weather can change. I mean, I haven't been on the ground for but maybe an hour and we're already getting a sky full of clouds. Still nice weather to fly in, but just amazing how quickly it can change. Another successful flight in the books. Airlines, kind of like a bus. I'll do that too. I'm really interested in flying a bus, but also really interested in flying a little jet. Also, really interested in flying my little Cherokee 180. I just like flying. It was awesome. Love flying.